Alright, so welcome to part 33 of me teaching you how to script. So today we're going to go over HTTP service, which pretty much allows you to interact with the internet. So the first thing you're going to do is go to game settings under home and go to security and then allow HTTP requests. So this is usually disabled by default, so you have to enable it. After this, we can actually use the HTTP function. So let's make a script in server-GUID service, and I'm gonna name it HTTP. So I'm gonna get the actual service so we can use it. So HTTP service equals game. Now I'm gonna do get service HTTP service. So now we can use the functions in there. And so now what we have to do is, well, there's two functions, main functions that people use. It's get and post. So I'm going to talk about get first. So get, you use it to get information from the website. Like a common example is getting the location of the International Space Station, which is I'm going to be using as an example. So first you need to find your API. So pretty much you just add API to the end of something and you might find something for it. Most of the times, yeah, you'll find something. So I'm gonna use the ISS, so International Space Station API, and I'm gonna use this one. This one didn't work for me for some reason. So I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna click on it, and usually you just have to look around and you'll eventually start finding these things. Now, these are called JSON files or just JSON. They're pretty much a file format that's really easy to read for computers. So you can just kind of read about them. So here it tells you that if you call this link here, it will send you back this, I think, yeah, satellites. Wait, no, it's this one here, yeah. So if I call this here, this will return me this JSON file here. So I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go to Studio, make another variable. I'm gonna call it URL. Paste that in here. So now we have our URL, and now since this okay, I'll talk about it later. So let's first actually call it. So to call it, we use get in the HTTP service. So local data equals, because it returns something, we need to assign it to a variable. So local data equals HTTP service GetAsync, and then the URL, and boom. There's some optional arguments that you can send, but we're not going to talk about them here. So this is the basics. It will get the JSON table, and we can't actually get the information from here. We actually need to turn it into a Lua table. So to do that, we just do data, or HTTP service JSON decode, and then our data. So since this returns a JSON file, we just have to decode it, which pretty much in Roblox means we're turning it from JSON to Lua table. So this, we need to set it to a data. So I'm just gonna overwrite the old data variable, and this is our new data variable, which is just a Lua table. So we can actually print out data. It should print out the table if I just press play. Okay, as you can see, it printed out a table, and it printed out the table. And if I go inside it, we have all of our information. So pretty much what we need to do is index some of these. We need to index the keys like we would usually with a dictionary. And so we can just do print the ISS longitude is, find out. Okay, so it's just longitude, and so dot data dot longitude, and the latitude is dot data dot latitude. This should print it out correctly. There is a limit on HTTP requests. You can find it somewhere on the dev forums, but this should work. And you can see the longitude of the International Space Station is -133, and the latitude is -19. And obviously we could print out everything here. We could print out the name, altitude, velocity, visibility, footprint, all of this here. I think you can also call this, and it will give it in miles. I don't know, I'm too lazy to read this. So you can obviously explore around if you want to if you want to read more about that. But that's the basics of GetAsync with HTTP service. I'm also gonna sorry about that. I'm also gonna talk about PostAsync. So PostAsync is to like send out a request, and I'm gonna be teaching you the most common use for PostAsync in my opinion. Actually, before we do that, you pretty much always want to make sure that your GetAsync and JSONDecode is in a P call. So we can easily do that by making a variable, then just setting it later and wrapping this in a P call. So local success error message equals P call function, and here end with a bracket, and if data and success, then we can print this out. Should still work fine. Should print out a little bit of a different number. Yeah, so it printed out the new location of it, and it's more secure now. It won't error and crash the code. So PostAsync. So the most common use for this is Discord webhooks. Pretty much you can send a message to a Discord server with a little bot that does it for you. So I have a little Discord server for personal use, and I made a text channel here, test. And first we need to add our Discord bot or webhook. So right click on the server, go to server settings, and go to where was it? Integrations. Now from here you want to go to webhooks, create webhook, and I'm gonna create a new webhook. I have no idea what this is. Don't remember creating it. So create webhook, and you can obviously name it. So Roblox test, and gonna send it in test. Save changes. So you can obviously add a picture as well. So what you want to do now is copy webhook URL, close this, and put this as your URL variable. Now obviously you do not want to share this. This is like a token, so if anyone gets this, they can spam it, and I don't think crash your Discord bot, but I think Discord will get suspicious of you or something like that. So don't share this. I'm sharing it because I'm gonna delete it from my server once I'm done with this. So now we have to just call it. So usually you first want to make a Lua table and then encode it into a JSON table. So pretty much the reverse of what we did. So first let's make our data. I'm gonna set this to a table. So Discord webhooks taking a JSON, and the easiest way to do it is go to a website called Discord Hook. I'm gonna do clear all, and now I'm gonna start typing my webhook. So content, this is the content. I'm just gonna be typing out each item. since you can see like what everything does. Then profile, this is the profile username. Amateur URL, so you can put in a URL. So I'm gonna put in my profile URL. Gonna copy everything here, put it in here. Oh, that's the picture, so you need a picture in there. So I have a peanut searched up, so I'm just gonna copy some random peanut. Open image in a new tab, copy. I don't think this image is gonna work. Yep, I need to find a different image. Okay, how about this? This looks quite nice. Open image in a new tab. Nope. Wasn't it like copy image address? I swear to God, what was the one? Copy image address. Open image. Copy link address. Okay, how about Teddy? Yeah, I love Teddy peanuts. Oh, there we go. So you can put in a amateur URL, and it should be set as URL. It also thread. Yeah, I think it creates like a thread. Not too sure about this. Flags. Oh yeah, you can suppress notification, hide link embeds. You can also send files, but the main thing is the embeds. So if you click on add embed, it kind of like adds a big message. So offer, and this is the embed of offer URL. This takes in another picture. I'm gonna paste the same picture, or is this the this is the icon URL, and then we can copy this, put this in the outer URL. We should be able to, yeah, so we can now click on it. So if I click on it, it sends me to my profile picture, so the link here. So body, this is like the main message, I'd say. So title, this is the body title. Description, this is the body description. URL, so then obviously if you click on it, it will send to my URL again, or my profile picture again. We can choose a color. I'm gonna do like a orange. Yeah, that seems actually, I'm gonna do it green, so it matches with my peanut picture thing. There's also fields, so this is like a box inside this box, pretty much is what I call it. Field name, field value. Also images, you can add a giant image. Oops, I need to copy this. So I can add a bunch of images, thumbnail URLs, a footer. So footer is a tiny message down here. You can add like, I don't know, and worked or something, I don't know. And then there's a timestamp. I will be showing you how to do this automatically later. And footer icon URL, which we can set to a peanut. And you can add more and more and more embeds. So now we have our embed ready, or webhook ready. Click on JSON data editor. So we click on this and we can see the JSON file. So if I just copy this, we can go to Lua table converter. This is another website. I'll link all of this down below. So if I just press Ctrl A, Ctrl V, convert, it's a Lua table now. So I can just copy this, go here, paste it in here, and boom. Now I can modify everything I need. So this is what I usually do. So I'm gonna do it when a player joins, it fires. So game dot players dot player added connect function player. Oops, I didn't do it. Oh, I did do it right. Oops, sorry about that. And okay, we have our player now. So what I can do is player dot user ID okay. So now pretty much this will when we click on a link, it will send us to the player's profile picture. So it's useful for like ban reports or something. Here's the timestamp. So to make this automatic, you want to do datetime dot from ISO date, or I mean, was it dot? It was something ISO. So it's dot now dot to ISO date. So date dot time. Then we're doing the now and to ISO date. I don't know how to explain this, but this is the right format for our Discord timestamp. And that's basically it. I'm gonna leave the color like it is, and this should work. And now all we need to do is encode it, so turn it into a JSON file that Discord can read, and then send it. So data equals HttpService JSONEncode data. So we're turning it into a JSON file. And now we just do HttpService PostAsync and the URL. So URL and the data we want to send. So data. So if I join the server, it should work. Hopefully. And as you can see, I did send it. If I click on it, it leads me to my profile. Okay, so this works all fine right now, but if you actually publish the game and like join it through the Roblox client, your data won't be sent. This is because Discord banned HTTP requests from Roblox, but don't worry, it's really easy to counter this. Pretty much all you do is use a proxy. Now, don't worry, it's nothing like complicated. Pretty much, there's a lot of proxies. I'm gonna use this one, seems trustable enough. And I'm gonna go to Discord, copy my URL, paste it in here. You might have a different website in the future if like this one is taken down or something. Press convert, and we have our new link. Is it really like that? Yeah, I forgot to like copy everything. Paste that in here. So I think all it did was just replace discord.com with hooks.hira.io. I'm not too sure. And now this will also work in actual game, not in just Studio. So before it worked in Studio, and now it works in Roblox. If I test it, it should send it again. Yep, 4:26 p.m. So that's pretty much everything about HTTP service. There's also like there's also a way to like this is just like a small thing I'm gonna just show you real quick. So there's a way to like generate a one-time token or something, I think. So if I do print HTTP service get it was like GUID, so yeah, random string, wrapping curly braces, no. So I think this is a unique one, so it should not be the same, it should be different every time. Yeah, so this can be used to secure your webhook requests, or not webhook requests, but in general, like anything to do with HTTP service. You can use this as like a key. I like to use it for just random stuff in my games, but you know, just useful to know in my opinion. So that's pretty much the basics of HTTP service. Obviously there's a lot more, but these are the main things that you're going to use. Not sure what the next video is going to be about. Probably profile service, a really nice plugin. But yeah, that's everything for this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.